Hi there, it's Lynn, and I am doing a YouTube video. I haven't done one for a while. I've been quite busy creating a new course and catching up on other stuff. And I just wanted to do this today because I want to talk about the authentic voice, about our truth of who we are as wayshowers, trailblazers, nonconformists, um, awakened, starseeds, lightworkers, whatever sort of name you want to call yourself. I want to talk about that we are here not to conform. I've got my tea, morning. We're here not to conform. We're here not to uh, fit in and slot into the false matrix that we're in right now, which is a controlled sort of semi-prison, really, where people think they're free and they're not. You're not free. You never were. But you've got the illusion of freedom, but you haven't got freedom at all. Do you even know what, do they even know what freedom means? That's a good point. Do they even know what freedom means? Real freedom, soul freedom, the way we were created from source, Mother, Father, God, and source, and what that really means, what divinity means and what divine means. And we're stuck. We're not really stuck. We're coming out of it, but we're stuck in this false reality. This isn't real. We're sat in a false timeline, a timeline created by others that want to control humanity. Of course, the ascension timeline is the organic timeline, the timeline created by Mother, Father, God, and Source. And the timelines that we have been working through, for eons of time with our souls are false timelines. They are timelines that have been created by a group of beings that decided they wanted to control us, wanted to control the angelic human blueprint. They decided that they wanted to experiment with the angelic human blueprint, to digress our DNA, to weaken and tone down our DNA so that we would not be who man, which is God man. We would not be able to awaken to our true heritage and reconnect with the divine at the highest level when the 12-strand DNA becomes activated and we become living, walking Christ and Christos with that Christ consciousness energy running through us and emanating from us everywhere. And it then, emanates from us in all directions. And we are, a walking Christ. So the energy of that and the Christ consciousness emanating from you changes everything around. And when we learn to step out of the box they're trying to put us in, and we say we won't conform, and we won't submit, and we won't be silenced. Of course, in this 3D world, there's punishments for that, or perceived punishments for that, because of course they don't want people to awaken others. They don't want people to talk about their divine experiences. They don't want people to talk about how you can exit this false matrix, so that you are in your divine sovereign field and your Christos Christ architecture, we call it light body architecture, but you are an amazing beacon to others, so that you know they are noticing you in, because you're in your God energy, in your creator energy, and that then reminds them of their own divinity and awakens them and gives them light bulb moments. Because when we're a shining light and torch and lighthouse, we then light up everybody else. And that's why, you know, when they say I had a light bulb moment, I was listening to someone and I had this light bulb moment. That light bulb moment is that light from the person speaking emanating into that person and then turning something on, giving them a clue, giving them a key, giving them a code to something to unlock, something to heal, something to evolve from, something that they need to realize about themselves or their life. And that is the path of a wayshower, isn't it? A wayshower. I call myself a wayshower. All of us that have been through adversity, or even just haven't had much trauma, but have been through difficult life situations, because we all get them. That's part of our journey. We then are able, if we can share those experiences and what we learned from them and what we did to turn it around and bring it into a better version of you, then you are a wayshower for others, no matter what you do or what you've experienced. And through my own pathway of adversity and being a, a ritual abuse survivor, and of going through that as a child into my late teenage years, and then recovering from that and healing from that, and then working through the layers of control and handling, people handling me and trying to control me and trying to stop me talking and stop me doing my work, my planetary work, and the healing work I do. It's, you know, we are so powerful when we speak up, and we're not afraid to speak up. And that's just something that's very, very prevalent on my mind in the last week or so, as I can see how I dumb myself down over the last few years of wanting to not have an easy life, not that at all, but more of some of the big blows that I've been given over the last few years. Really, I had to process and I had to heal and integrate uh, what I'd learnt from those experiences over the last few years. Really, uh, I, I mean, uh, I woke up in 2009, and then I went through quite a fast track of awakening. I was channeling by within 2 years. Uh, I had to go through all the layers of my abuse, uh, and my light body damage. There was a lot of light body damage, and I had to go through those layers. But I know I'm a master healer. I know I'm here to bring healing solutions and protocols for humanity that are absolutely, you know, amazing, as many others are that do bring those too. But there is a path to walk to get there, isn't there? And so my path of experiencing that ritual abuse and monarch programming was to inspire me to heal myself, and also then to pass those protocols on. And that hopefully is a legacy that I will leave when I move on to another realm, when the time is right. So I just want to say, speak your truth. Uh, like, because the truth liberates us, doesn't it? The truth will set you free, and that is such a sort of true saying, that the truth will set you free. When you finally find the truth about something, It sets you free from it. When you find the motivations behind a behavior that you do, or something happened and you can't work out why it happened, and then you discover why it happened, and suddenly, oh wow, I fully understand now why that had to happen. All of the different ways that we evolve, and we die many deaths, don't we, in this lifetime? We die many different versions of ourselves as we come to a point where the old you, that part of you that needs to leave, dies, and the new version of you, which is more the truth of you, who you are on a soul level, rises to the surface for you then to embody that and become that. So we die many, many deaths symbolically, don't we? Always, always. Death and rebirth, that is the cycle of life, death and rebirth. It will never change. We go on, we're eternal, and after this lifetime we'll rebirth again, or whatever we decide to do, whether we go and rest in between incarnations. I would quite like that, actually. Go to some tropical temple somewhere and be there for a few thousand years and say, can I just recover a little bit? You know what I'm saying, don't you? Laughter is a great healer, and we shouldn't take ourselves too seriously, should we? But yeah, were you not speaking your truth? Were you shoving your truth down? That blocks the throat chakra. Also, the throat chakra, as we know, uh, is blocked from various other things that may have happened to us in other lifetimes, where we've paid the high price of speaking the truth, uh, or being our authentic selves, and those memories, the cellular memories, and soul memories, if they're not healed and transmuted, will be playing in this lifetime, won't they? Anybody who has throat problems, quite often that is exactly what's going on. They have a lot of truth. They want to tell the truth. They're not speaking their truth. They're not living their truth. They're not living their authentic lives. So, wow, we're in for a ride now. We are in for an intensive corridor of time. As we all know how it's ramped up, it's going to get more right into 2028. And we are then being asked to step up and to speak our truth, even if it's just personally to the people around you that try to control you, or to stop you speaking your truth, or don't want to hear the truth, don't want to hear your concerns, your story, your what you need from them, whatever it may be. If you don't speak the truth to your children, or you don't speak the truth to others, or make excuses for others, white lies, we've all done it. We've all done it, especially in our unconscious state. And the body doesn't like untruth. Oh, I'm trying to remember that lady's name, Martha something or other. Can't remember her second name, but she did a very interesting chat with Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett. I enjoyed watching that, where she was talking about that her body was telling her she wasn't in her truth, and it was getting sicker because she wasn't speaking and living and walking her truth, and her body knew that, and her body was playing up. And that just, that really gave me a sense of, wow, how the body, of course the body is so interlinked with us. It's our temple. Our soul lives within our body, of course it does, in our higher heart. So when you're out of truth, out of alignment, you're not living your truth, you're not speaking your truth, your body will complain. Have you got, I don't know, fibromyalgia? Have you got ME? Autoimmune diseases? Extreme fatigue and tiredness? Think about it. Is it because you're not speaking your truth? You're not living your truth. You're not living authentically. It's so hard, I know, to live authentically when you are trying to please everyone around you. I mean, I see that in myself and my own journey, and what happened to me. And it's been such a an amazing thing to now have that uh, hindsight, to look back now and think, oh my goodness, how I was keeping quiet. Even though I was speaking out and doing videos and teaching, I wasn't really living my truth. I wasn't being who I really want to be, who I'm supposed to be. So the truth sets you free. And so, uh, I had a horrendous year last year, my Saturn return, uh, and a lot of things happened. And I learnt a lot of truths about my life and what was really going on. And they say the truth sets you free, and it set me free. And I just, my life is totally different from what it was a year ago. And I can only ever see now me achieving all the goals and the dreams that I had 10 years ago or 12 years ago, but had gone on the back burner because they didn't seem to be able to be created because I wasn't in the right space to create them. But I can now because I'm living and walking and emanating and embodying my truth of who I am. There you go. I just wanted to do that today, just to talk about truth. Were you dumbing yourself down? Who's dulling your light? Who's dimming your light? Who are you trying to please just to please them so that you don't step up and embrace who you truly are? I can say it to you now because I'm living it. I'm living it. And it feels totally different to where I was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, thinking I was living my truth, trying to live my truth with who I was, but being in a situation that was untruthful, was not in alignment with my soul trajectory and who I am on a soul level. Oof. Yeah, quite. All of these major conjunctions we've been through, the very powerful year we're in now with these eclipses just ended, and we've got another two in September. We are in a very powerful corridor. I can't tell you how powerful it is. I've been shown it by the councils of light. I had the intergalactic Hathors talking to me last night in between sleep time and daytime. That's when they like to come and talk to you, don't they? Really showing about that this is a really, really important time to break free, and we need a tipping point. And so all of the starseeds, way showers, light workers, whatever you want to call us, that make that tipping point. Yeah, and we've already, they can't stop the ascension. That is a foregone conclusion. It's done. And there are many forms of divine intervention in place on this planet right now that people won't realize, but it's here. It's here when you seek it out and you find it and you ask for it. So if you're stuck right now in a situation that you don't want to be in and you don't see any way out of it, what do? You surrender it to the divine and you ask for a solution. You ask for assistance. How do I get out of this? How do I repair this? How do I heal this? How do I sort this out? Right? And the divine will always give you an answer if you ask for it, and will give you a solution. And that is divine intervention. When you ask and a pathway is carved open for you to walk away or to change something, let something go, whatever it is. We do have to speak. We have to speak when we're not happy. If we're not happy about something and it's carrying on, you bury that into your body, and your body then will feel unwell, will feel threatened, will feel unsafe, even though you feel that your body's fine. Like, but your body will respond with what it feels is a threat, or you're not living in alignment with the energy and blueprint which is within you. And the blueprint is in your DNA as well. The blueprint is in your body, and your body comes online and activates that blueprint when you're in your truth. That's something that I didn't fully understand before, but I do now, after I've been shown. Like, everything you've ever wanted, you want a retreat space, you know, if you want to replicate something like Chalice Well, which I do want to do, I'm putting it out there, yes I do, and have a retreat place and a space where people walk in and they're in the fifth dimension and beyond, and they are uh, you know, things lift off them, and they just have epiphanies in that space, and divine intervention moments, whatever you want to say it is, miracles. um I have to embody that. I have to become that, don't I have to become liberated. I have to become my blueprint, and speak my truth and walk my truth. And then that blueprint can activate and it will manifest. Yeah. So, wow, you know, I get that now. I get that, of it's about being in total alignment with your body, your mind, body, and soul. That's what it is. Total alignment. That you are walking your talk, you are embodying what you are wanting to deliver. um Hope I'm making sense. And I just wanted to say that I have started a new podcast, and the first episode has been released today. And the podcast is called Diary of a Wayshower. I'm the first episode, and I'm just talking about the last year and what happened to me. Something I feel I have to share, something I feel's important to share with you, of a little bit of my journey of what happened last year, that brought me to where I am right now, which is a good space. And every week I'll be sharing different stories, different things, whatever I'm guided to share with you. Sometimes I'll have a guest on, hopefully, and we'll have a chat about what they've experienced, what they've happened, what miracles have they seen, what ways of divine intervention have they had in their lives, um, what, you know, what miraculous things they've experienced, sometimes the laws of their life, and what has happened that was like you know, a life-defining moment for them. I've had many life-defining moments. A lot of us, all of us have had life-defining moments, all of us, of course. Last year for me was a deep, dark dive into the void and the abyss, of not knowing if I was going to be, you know, I felt like the whole floor of my life fell away, and I dropped. Yeah. And I dropped off my pretend pedestal and dropped into just a place where I didn't feel I could land. That's yeah, it felt like I couldn't land. I kept falling. And the divine was saying, surrender, 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 surrender. Don't try and hang on. Let go and jump. Jump now, which I did, and just fall. Just fall. You'll find your place to land when the time's right. And I did. I did. Scariest year of my life, of my conscious memory. Scariest year of my life. For sure. For sure. Scariest year of my life. But a very life-defining year. By by far, the year that defined who I truly was and who I'm supposed to be and what my destiny is supposed to be. And I wasn't going to be and live that destined life if I didn't jump. So I had to jump. Scary, scary. The phoenix energy, death and rebirth. Can you let go of the old Lynn? Can you let go of the old life completely? Can you walk away from everything that you've ever known is true, and everything that you own, everything that holds the memory from your childhood or your from your children's years, everything? Can you walk away from everything and trust that your destiny is coming for you right now, and that this is happening for you? This is divine intervention. This is divine intervention. It was divine intervention, and this is the right thing to do. So do it. Ultimate trust and faith, isn't it? In you hearing the calling, and taking action, not knowing how it's going to turn out. We all do it in one way or another when we break through glass ceilings, when we do something that's out of our comfort zone, when we try something and we don't know how it's going to come out, whether people are going to like it, whether you are making a mistake, or you're going to look like you're a bit of a fool. All of those worries that the human mind, personality, ego gets you to not do. Whereas soul, all ever evolving, expansive, revolving soul will want to explore new spaces, want to reach heights that you never reached before, to show you what you're capable of being and doing, to show you your blueprint, your soul contract for being here. And there are many, many people here that do amazing work and wayshow in one way or another. There are so many different ways, isn't there? A myriad of ways to do it. But I'm hoping that this video today shows you or gives you inspiration to go and do something that you've been wanting to do and you've not done it. And you might be scared to do it. What are people going to think? Do you care what people think? Are they spiritual and like-minded? Are they awake? Are they working on themselves? Are they doing their shadow work? Or are they sitting in ego with a blocked third eye? Yeah? You do what you're supposed to do and ignore them. Because if they want to follow, they'll follow. And if they don't follow, then they're not for you. I know that's a hard one, but it's true, isn't it? And we need to get down to brass tacks now, because we're now at a point where this 3D world is collapsing around us as we speak. The pillars are falling of Babylon. There are smoke and mirrors everywhere. The pantomime going on in the USA and the pantomime going on through the UK. Who's right and who's wrong? Who's real and who isn't? Who's working for the divine and who isn't? You can't be sure, can you? You can't be sure, because there's smoke and mirrors, deceptions, illusions, holographic overlays sitting over people. So we see them like in a certain way, but actually there's someone else. That's how they make a clone look like the real person, by putting the holographic quantum overlay over them that almost like puts the facade of that person and the energy of that person, the looks of that person over the clone, so they even look more and sound like that person. If you shut the holographic overlay machine down over them, they don't look like that person as much as you thought they did. So many smokes and mirrors. Who can we know who's right and who's wrong? All we know is there's a divine plan playing out right now, and we have to let it play out. That's what I keep hearing. And I work with the councils of light, and I keep hearing them talk to me about that. The Intergalactic Star Council, uh, the um, the Great White Brotherhood and Great White Sisterhood, which provides the light technology for New Earth. Uh, which is a solar logos council as well. They, it's all smoke and mirrors. And I keep hearing like the divine plan will play out as it should. So let this pantomime unfold, because it's destined. It's destiny. For things have to fall before they can be built back up again. We know that. So we have to let the players play it out. As long as we don't get trapped into all this media stuff, because that's all untruths too. Most of us don't even watch that stuff. I don't. Let it play out. Don't waste your energy on fighting that if you don't feel that's your job or your mission. Concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing. Concentrate on what your mission blueprint is. What am I supposed to be doing here? I'm not worried about what the British government's doing right now. That's not my job, right? I don't have to talk about them, work on them, anything. They are doing an unraveling by themselves. That is the divine plan. I will concentrate on my road, what is being shown to me, what I'm being guided to do, and I'll concentrate on that, and I'll let them play it out. Because you'll always be where you need to be when the system collapses. If you're listening and speaking your truth and following your truth and taking inspired action, you'll always be where you need to be. We don't have to worry about that. I've probably spoken too long now, but there you go. But just to say, I hope this prompts something for you to go and do something you maybe are wanting to do, but you just have been afraid to do it. Do it. Speak your truth, even if it's speaking up to someone who keeps telling you what to do or controls you. Speak up. Yeah, speak up to the boss that keeps putting you down. Speak up to the husband or the wife that treats you, talks to you in an inappropriate way. Speak up to the neighbor that keeps having a go at you and you're not doing anything that you shouldn't be. Whatever it is, where someone is trying, or to a friend who keeps trying to control what you do, or tells you how to be, or tells you to stop smoking, or tells you to do this in a certain way. Tell them where to get off. Or stop interfering in my life. I know what I'm doing. Thank you very much. Yeah. And my Diary of a Wayshower podcast is out today. And I've got it on SoundCloud right now. I'm working out where else to share it right now. It's audio form. I'm hoping to get it onto Apple and other places by this evening. But I have shared the link from SoundCloud onto my Facebook page, and I'll share the link in this box for it as well. And I would be really appreciative if you follow it, and I hope that you'll listen if you find the time or you're interested. So thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and go and do something that you're supposed to do, like me with the podcast. I've been wanting to do something like that for a long time, and I just had to stop putting it off and do it. So that's what I've done. So lots of love, and thank you for listening, and take care, and bye.